Welcome to, or welcome back to, the Agatha May Detective Agency. I'm Agatha May, and before we get started, I just want to say thank you to all of you who support the channel. I couldn't do this without you. And if you'd like to help me fund my caffeine habit and keep the true crime coming, consider becoming a paid member. It's what keeps me going. I had written and recorded the narration for this video earlier, and not too long after I'd finished it, I saw the news that there was an arrest. That was some quick investigative work, so kudos to all entities involved. In the early morning hours of Monday, February 16th, 2026, a woman in the small city of Tip City, Ohio, was shot and killed in her home. What's captured the attention of many of us is that her husband and two children were also in the house, but none of them were harmed. The woman's name is Ashley Elizabeth Flynn. She was only 37 and the mother of two young daughters. She was raised in Tip City, and she and her husband had moved back to her hometown after living in Spartanburg County, South Carolina. Ashley taught at LifeWise Academy in Tip City and coached volleyball at the Tip City schools. Her husband, Caleb Flynn, was raised in Minnesota, but he and Ashley attended the same college, Lee College, in Cleveland, Tennessee, so perhaps that's where they met. Caleb appeared on American Idol in 2013 but didn't go on to stardom. He was a worship leader at the time and continued with that career until 2021. He was working as the worship pastor at Free Chapel in Spartanburg. Free Chapel has 7 locations, 5 in Georgia, 1 in Orange County, California, and 1 in Spartanburg. But hey, if you're in Destin, Florida and you're feeling left out, well, don't worry, because there's a Free Chapel coming your way soon. Yay! I'm not sure why Caleb left Free Chapel. He'd worked there since 2015, but when he left, there was nothing mentioned on the church's social media. No goodbyes, no we'll miss you, catch you on the flip side, nothing. Which I thought was kind of odd for someone who had worked there for 6 years. The last image of him that was posted on the church's Facebook page was him up on the stage on February 1st, 2021, and then he just wasn't there anymore. The pastor didn't post anything on his Facebook page either. I just thought it was strange, that's all. And according to Caleb's LinkedIn account, when Ashley and Caleb returned to Tip City, he worked in insurance sales for less than a year and was then unemployed for 2 years. In 2023, he began working for the company that Ashley's father owns. On the day that Ashley was murdered, a thick fog started rolling over Tip City not long after 2 in the morning. Residents reported that at times it was so dense visibility was only about 10 feet. A 911 call was made at 2:31, and CBS affiliate WHOI Channel 7 published some of the dialogue taken from the dispatch log. Quote, "Gonna be in Cunningham Court. Someone broke into the RP's reporting party's house. Unknown if they are still there. Garage door is open. RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom. Just a correction. The juveniles are going to be in their own rooms asleep currently. There was apparently a female shot in the head. Is not responding currently." End quote. So I think it's safe to assume that Caleb was the caller. He was the reporting party. There have been rumors that he was asleep in the living room on the couch, but I haven't seen that confirmed by any reliable source. So if Ashley was in the master bedroom, the intruder would have had to walk all the way to the other end of the house in order to find her. But maybe she was sleeping on a couch elsewhere in the house. Nothing has been officially released as to where she was. But what strikes me as bizarre is that according to the dispatch log, it sounds as though Caleb just left his two daughters sleeping in their beds while he maybe locked himself in a bedroom. But no matter where he was, why hadn't he gathered his daughters up and kept them safe if the intruder was possibly still in the house? It makes zero sense. The Tip City Police Chief, Greg Atkins, has publicly stated that, quote, "As previously stated, investigators believe this was an isolated incident targeted at this specific residence. At this time, there's no information indicating that the community or the general public is in danger," end quote. So, if the intruder story is factual, somebody purposely targeted Ashley, or at least the house, to burglarize. So, what could they have that an intruder would want that couldn't have been found at dozens of other homes in the area? Now, they lived on a cul-de-sac, which is essentially a dead end and not usually a great place to stage a burglary. And burglars usually don't strike when they know people are home. Why not hit the house when it was empty? And the Flynns owned two Labradoodles. I would think that they would have been barking up a storm at an intruder. So if there was a burglar, he or she would have had to be one of the world's dumbest to hit a house on a cul-de-sac with two adults and two dogs in it. And now we know that the police didn't buy Caleb's burglar story, and it's probably mostly because it was really dumb. And we can guess why he didn't feel as though he needed to keep his daughters safe. Caleb was arrested for the murder of Ashley. He was also arrested on 2 counts of felonious assault and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. I had seen a lot of comments from people who knew Caleb, and they were saying that there is no way that Caleb would ever do anything like this. But we never know what's going on behind closed doors. And if he's convicted, those 2 young daughters will have to spend the rest of their life without either parent present. I'll keep you updated as the case unfolds. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, stay safe and be happy.